Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of Making Meaning with Joel Corda. You can see my guest there in the corner. Don't let him talk yet, because episode 13, and yes, 50 years ago and one night ago at this time, the main hatchway caved in. It's very important that we commemorate these things. Nice. He's still in the corner. You want me to do this so you feel better? Let me just go ahead and move you around here a little bit. Is that going to do it? No, let's go right there. There we go. Feel better? Sure. Why not? Thank you all for joining in. It's not anywhere near what I wanted to do. What am I doing over here? Good Lord. Yeah, let's go to this one. Can you tell we're making changes? Can you tell we're doing stuff? It's exciting. That's who is coming up. That's what we want. We're just going to keep that camera on because this is making me crazy. How's it going out there? Been hectic over here and over here live in the Joel Hole. I've been doing a bunch of stuff with a new album. It's off to Memphis Vinyl as we speak, and artwork conversations are ongoing. Kyle was here last week again, and he's working on the talking to them about templates, and he was trying to explain to me what was going on, and I have no idea what that speak is. If it's a PDF, if it's I can handle it. If it's the advanced Adobe stuff, I am lost. But orders are made, payments were made. Sphincters tightened. It's very exciting. That was all today. Also, I had an official weigh-in today, which is exciting. I'm officially 137 pounds down as of today. Pretty excited about that because for about 3 months I was focusing on maintaining my weight. And I did it. I did that. It was good. That is not at all. Seth, these buttons, they don't work. They don't work like they should. It's exciting. Is that going to even do the thing? Oh, okay. So that's good. I was maintaining for about 3 months. About 3 weeks ago, I decided it was time to start losing again, and it's nice to know that system works. It is working, and I'm excited about that. So going to keep that march moving forward. Told Nadine about how much I had lost, and she said, well, that's more than me. So I've lost more than a Nadine in this story. I'm going to start out the night by playing one of the songs, one of the first ones I wrote, actually, one of the first Christmas tunes. Wrote it, I think it was in, was it 1999, 2019. I was writing it for a show. I'm still trying to convince Steve Olson to make a Christmas musical with me. And he very firmly and resolutely, once again yesterday, told me, no. We are going to play the Belt Theater again this, I'm trying to remember, it's mid-December, where we do our Christmas album that we did about 10 years ago with orchestra. And that is a lot of fun every year. So we will be getting into all the festivities. I'm hoping that I have copies of the vinyl in hand at that point so I could sell it at that said event. But here is one of the first songs. It's called Merry Happy, and I have not played this in a year. So let's try it out. The drunks, they are singing, not sweet, not low, full throat and nonsense, things lost long ago. Well, I can't stand the sunlight and take the snow all day. Just let it cover me as I try to say, Merry Christmas, baby. Happy birthday too. You think I'd be over? You think I'd be over you? civic center tree, beaming red, green, and blue. The world of time clanging, it's noon cacophony too. Sings all designed to bring us to the light. Well, I wait and I hope for that blessed empty night. Well, Merry Christmas, baby. Well, Happy New Year, too. Why the hell can I get over? Why can't I stop missing you? The light that shone on me, it's the light that was stolen from you. The thief can't be punished with a smile like the imbeciles do. A flask at midnight mass, as attractive as ever. It's a calling, a curse, I'll be damned to forever. Now it masks nothing, not the dull aching pain, nor the sound of your name, nor the sound of your name. Merry Christmas, baby. Well, I was a father too, never not miss you. Never feel this Christmas blue. Merry Christmas, baby. Happy birthday too. Here's to you, darling. Merry Christmas from me, you. And here's to you, darling. Merry Christmas from me. Hold on. What is the sound of one hand clapping? Me. Let me see. Window. I wanted to bring up the chats if I can see them. Thank you very much, everybody. I am not seeing. There we go. Oh boy, there we go. See, these guys are nice. Look at this. Let me go. This is my friend Eric Selinsky. Said, the hair is looking good, buddy, and the voice is golden. Thank you, Eric. That's sweet. And Lee's saying hello, and that the concert is on December 14th this year. Thank you, Lee. Yes, it's a big one. We do it twice, and it usually fills that Belt Auditorium a couple times. It's fun. But it is a bit of work. I think my tuning is off. I'm going to... I think it's wrong. Kale, I think I did it wrong. See? That's way too high. And I felt it in my heart that I was doing it all wrong. Oh my goodness.
Did you get that thing tuned?
I don't know what it's on. Let me look. That is incorrect. Ooh. Why am I using this one in the first place? I'm going to trade that out. In the meantime, I'm going to show you our word from our sponsor. Here you go. O'Boyle Steelworks.
Strength, story, steel.
That's O'Boyle Steelworks.
Every knife we forge is one of a kind, built to last. Built for you. From custom blades to hand-etched detail.
Each piece carries history in its steel.
Whether for daily use or as a showpiece for generations, we craft it by hand right here in Montana. Find O'Boyle Steelworks on Instagram, Facebook, Etsy, and Patreon.
Strength, story, steel.
Nice. So I just saw Bob, and he has been working on some ideas for me. I'm going to show you what my favorite one is. And look at this bad boy right here. We got a keychain with that mug. Huh? There you go. He made this one. Ooh, that's the company logo. He made look at that. It's a coin, I think. And on the back, it has my mug. So, I hope that you're all learning from this, that if you give me things, they'll be on the air. So, take that, sponsors. Yeah, part of what I was thinking was what they'd be good for is giving it to guests. So later I'm going to hand this to this guy. Not yet, pal. You got to do the interview first. All right. Let's do a song from Saint Somewhere. You can tell we're running a little goofy today because of me. It's my fault. It's always my fault. There's the album, Saint Somewhere. I'm going to play a song called Josephine. This one I wrote for my grandparents. Remember when you held your hand in mine? And I remember when we had a good time. And if you think about the way we used to be, you'd forget all of these things that are wrong with me. Oh, Josephine, 60 years ago, made our stand. 3 kids ago, maybe a different man. Turn out the lights, how he tried. And you sat at the end of that bed and you cried. Oh, Josephine, you're the prettiest girl I've seen. Oh, Josephine, oh, if I could, I'd give you everything. Oh, if I could take it all in stride. Oh, if I could, darling, I wouldn't hide all the love I had inside for you. Don't leave me here all alone, I wouldn't know what to do. Oh, Josephine, you're the prettiest girl I've seen. Oh, Josephine, oh, if I could. Oh, Josephine, you're the prettiest girl I've seen. Oh, Josephine, oh, if I could, I'd give you everything. I'd give you everything. Oh, my Josephine. I'm thinking a lot about the people that are not around anymore right now. It's been an interesting time as always, but my grandparents, they haven't been around for quite a while, and joining my dad joining them, I should say. It's Thanksgiving, I think, is going to be interesting. I think it'll be good. I think we're all in a pretty good place. Everybody getting to be heard, getting their reps in with talking to people, I think, and I think it's working out pretty well. Some of us are just starting therapy at 81. That'd be my mother. It's an exciting time for her. So I'm sure she wanted me to reveal that. Let's see. Let me do one more for you from not Saint Somewhere. It's from the original one. You can only get this on CD. Whack with the Everybody's Dog. Which one do I want to do? Oh, I'm going to do... I'm going to do Nadine's song again. See if I can play it right. Well, I don't want to leave you alone tonight, so I'll just take you with me. You can show me the sights, but there's just one girl I want to see. Because I'm gonna need you. Well, I can't look the other way. Would you say that I've sinned? There's no taking this in stride, but we know just where to begin. After all those storybooks have lied, well, all those lies told in the dark, well, I won't let them break your heart. Hearts like ours were meant to be, chasing more than in-betweens. And if you'd only come with me, you could show me what tonight brings. Well, each word means I love you. With everything you do, I just fall apart. Ooh. Ooh. Each one means I love you. Well, I can't look the other way. Well, I don't want to leave you alone. All right, I'm going to make some adjustments here. I got no way of vamping. My people. Let's put that down. Heck, let's even mute it. What do you say? There we go. Do I want this back in? Sure. My people, I think I'm a mess. Still a little sick from last week. Had a double ear infection. Had some days off and did some antibiotics, and it kind of wipes me out. And for the first time since January, I missed a lot of days at the gym, but was back tonight. Actually went back yesterday, and that was pretty helpful. All right, hey, what are people saying? Rob Campbell. There you are, buddy. Let me pull you up. Let me get my poop together and then pull you up. Let me see. You can go over here. You can go over here. You can go over there. You don't need to see that. That's just a pain in your butt. Here we go. Rob Campbell. Awesome voice from an old bison root hog. Correct. Shared some offensive line together. We were offensive times together, sir. And Eric said, yes, sir. All right, people. I want to introduce my first and only guest of the night, Kale Yance. Sometimes he'll tell people it's Younce. Sometimes he'll tell people it's, I don't know. Yance. The French version is Yance. Yeah, let's see if we can get these working. What do you say? Give it a hello in there.
Testing. Hello.
You're in there. You're in, baby. You're in, Jerry. All right, let's see if I'm in. Test. Nope, mine is not. We're getting there, I think. Test. Well, I think I'm just doing it on that one. Test. Do yours too, would you?
Oh, hello. Test.
Test.
Talking volume.
Here, you try. Seth's trying that.
So the other microphone isn't working?
Yep. There we go. Did you hear him that time?
I don't have them. I mean, I hear everything. I don't have headphones on.
That's why it was
Sounds great, Joel.
Sounds so good. Dudes. What a mess. Some nights. It is number 13.
This is your 13th?
This is episode 13. I don't know if this is picking up as well as I'd like it to. Keep it open. It needs open. Test. Yeah, why does
it
that?
It needs to breathe.
Why? Okay. All right, let's show him. Let's show the man. Hold on. Let's do Tiffany. Yes, James. All right. We gotta put you. There he is! Yay! We finally got him in there. Yes.
Can I just uncomfortably stare into the camera during this interview?
Yes, and into the back of my head. So Kale is many things. He is the event coordinator right now at Elevation. That's a pretty new job.
Mm-hmm.
He's been event coordinator for a lot of different places, actually. He's been in, I think we counted 20 bands.
Is that what it was? It was a bunch.
It was probably more. We just gave up.
Yeah. Some of those are just one-offs. Like, oh, we'll get together and play a show.
The count.
Yeah. Did you?
I'm trying to remember when we first met, and I feel like I don't know that I ever met you. I think we've always just been aware of each other and then started actually hanging out.
Yeah, I remember seeing you like performing on the street corner.
Really?
Yeah, it was for some event downtown.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, I recognize that guy. He's got a great voice. And then I saw you play, and we bumped into each other enough times, and we were just friends.
And we went to a ton of shows.
Yeah.
In common.
Yep, old 97s.
And
to
it's
see you there.
Yeah, it was both times.
Yeah.
Right. Both times there in Montana. What's great is maybe you can tell, but Kale is 7'3". So you actually just give people
sitting on the floor right now.
You give him direction. You give people directions based on the tall guy. All right. If you see the giant, go left. What? You're 6'6".
No, 6'3.5". I was just at the doctor. 6'3.5".
I don't buy that even a little.
I'm wearing heels. It makes me look taller.
Fair enough. All right. So let's go back to from Conrad.
Yes.
All right. So let me ask you, what came first, the being a jock or being a musician?
Oh, being a jock for sure.
Tell me about it.
Well, you're a small town. Of course, you're of my size. You're expected to play a sport.
You dunk on fools.
Yeah, I was terrible at basketball.
Right.
I had a hoop out at the farm. I would practice, but I was just no good at it. So
it's football.
It was football. I played some baseball, like Pee Wee and Little League.
What were your positions in baseball?
I played just about everything, but I pitched. I did everything but catcher.
Nice.
I played every position. Yeah.
Well, I mean, catching, you'd have to be getting down that low.
Right. Yeah.
What position were you in football?
I was guard and tackle, so
Nice.
lineman.
Which side?
Both. I did defense and offense.
Okay, so, and this was full team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not the 6-man stuff. It was
No,
full.
Yeah, we were full.
Were you A?
Team. No. What's class
B.
B? Yeah. C
Okay.
is 6-man, so we would have been B.
You'd have been B. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I played left tackle as well, and we had enough people that you only played one
Yeah.
position. So that was good. Okay, so you're playing the foosball.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
When was it guitar first or just love of music? Like what hit you?
It was just love of music. I grew up, my parents had a record collection and tapes and stuff, so I'd always listen to those. And then, driving tractor and stuff, we had the radio station out of Shelby that would play classic rock and roll stuff. And so I started playing, I guess I started playing trumpet in 5th grade. I think
Nice.
they offered that. So,
Nice.
I got, a little bit of musical education through that. And then my freshman year of high school, I started taking lessons from my band teacher, Larry Thorson, who just passed away this last year. Awesome guy. But so he taught band and choir, but in the 70s, he was in rock bands.
Right.
So he had a history. And
Would he hip you to the new stuff?
no, but he hipped me to the
playing.
70s rock.
Yeah.
I might not have really listened to.
So
he gave me an appreciation for that and taught me how to play guitar. And yeah, the rest is history.
nice. What kind of guitar did you start on?
I had a Samick acoustic guitar.
What was the first thing you kind of learned? Were you learning chords first, or were you learning?
Chords, yeah. C, D, and G. I think,
Those are the ones.
the open chords.
Yeah.
Yep. And then got into, it's like, I'll show you bar chords once your hand strength gets better. Once I figured out bar chords, and it was.
Did
like,
your hand
oh.
strength get better? Because I feel like mine is still weak sauce on the.
Yeah, I mean, it hasn't gotten any stronger, but it's strong enough
To do the.
to do it. Yeah. So playing football, I was starting lineman my junior year. We had a great team, a real strong team, and I think it was our second game against Sims. We were doing warm-up drills, and I got my hand smashed between my teammates' face mask and my other teammates' shoulder pads. So I was, blocking with my hands, and it my hand got crushed between these two things. And it swelled up to the size of a baseball. I went and got x-rays. I had a spiral fracture in my hand. So that took me out of the football season. And I was
You couldn't play.
huge into learning, I was getting more proficient at guitar. So I'm like, I got to learn all these songs. And I think In Utero by Nirvana had just come out. So I'm like, luckily a lot of those were drop D tuning kind of things. So I could play with this one free finger I had on this hand and just kind of, bar stuff.
Thick chestnutting your way through.
Yeah.
In vitro.
Yeah.
That's
So that was a
awesome.
real bummer to break my hand. And then I got to kind of ponder things until that summer and decided not to play football my senior year.
I bet that didn't go over well.
No.
They don't like that.
No, my parents were pretty upset.
Your parents
but-
actually hit you with it too, huh?
Yeah, they've since apologized. They're like, we were sorry we were hard on you. We didn't understand that you would rather play music than football. And so they're happy with the decision I made. And
Yeah.
so I thought it was kind of cool that they were like, we were kind of dicks. Sorry.
So I teach guitar classes, and I have like 5 football players in my classes, and 3 of them have gotten injured through the year, like pretty serious, like concussions and like separated shoulders and like just like real serious. And in the back of my head, and I say it out loud sometimes, but I never want to say it to them because I'm watching their dreams shrivel up because these are dudes that wanted to keep playing.
Right.
And maybe they will still be able to. Just doesn't seem like the greatest idea. But they're also right now learning the thing that they're going to be able to do the rest of their lives.
Right. Yeah.
And it's cool because they are taking to it like athletes.
Yeah.
Like they're taking the class
They're
fairly
putting in the
seriously.
work.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
putting in the work, and it's not hard. But like we go from taking, nothing about the guitar to being able to play and sing like 10 songs that you've chosen by the end of the year.
Yeah.
And I don't know if there's any better version of getting people hooked on music or getting hooked into the system.
Right. Yeah.
What was the first band?
I can't remember if it was. So me and my best friend in high school, GR, we kind of started a band, and we had a couple different drummers that were just pet band drummers that would come to GR's garage and we'd practice. But One of them was called Concrete Igloos
Nice.
that someone else named, and then the other one was Fancy Ketchup,
Which was your name,
which was, yeah.
please? Of the 20 bands, how many have you named?
Oh, I would say half.
Okay. Is Midnight Fist Fight you?
No, our bass player, I think, is the one that came up with that. We were going back and forth between so many band names. It took us months and months to finally settle on one. And he said that one, and we're all like, oh, yeah, that just sounds cool. Let's go with that.
Let me see if I can pull this up. Oh, wrong one. Stop that one. Oh, I'm going to stop that one. I'm going to stop that one. I'm going to stop that one. I'm going to go to,
Oh, you got to click.
here it is. Nice. So, singing lead on that one.
That's about the only one I sing lead on.
How many of those? Okay, so let's talk Midnight Fist Fight for a second, if that's okay. Let me pull up the stuff that I can pull up if it's going to let me. I think it will. Let's do that. And then we're going to go this. And then we're going to pull up this. Yeah. Okay, that's your latest artwork I saw. Tell me about that.
A friend of mine out of Missoula, Jim Anderson, he grew up across the street from my grandparents in Conrad. So his dad was my art teacher.
Oh, nice.
I sprayed weeds with his dad with the county for a summer. So I've known this guy for quite a while.
That's awesome.
And he's a fantastic artist. I hit him up literally a week and a half ago. Like, hey, can I commission you to do some artwork? And he's like, yeah, absolutely. And so I threw out, he's like, well, what's your vibe? What do you want? And I just kind of listed off a bunch of things,
That's awesome.
One of those things was Garbage Pail Kids, because I used to collect them, and
really?
I'm a big fan. So within a week, he shoots me the rough draft of this artwork, and I'm like, man, that is perfect. If you could add some flying teeth and brass knuckles,
it'll be
done,
perfect.
So he whipped that up, and we're going to be printing stickers, of course.
Excellent.
Yeah, it'll be perfect stickers. Then we're going to do some shirts and, the usual merch on hats and stuff. But
that's awesome.
So that's our newest logo.
I love it. All right. So we saw a little bit in the, let's go back here. We saw in the video that you were, this was today, this picture taken today, correct?
I took, shortly before I came here. That last video was us playing in front of that shelving unit, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago.
Nice.
And the basement, if you haven't been down there, it's in the basement of the Columbus Center. I think it's an old laundry room or something. So it's very...
You think it's a laundry room?
I think part of it. That's
because it's right by the morgue, which is super fun.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me more. Tell me more about the laundry room.
I've
the
been
vents,
renting this
I suppose.
place for 11 years now. I've started renting it before I moved to Great Falls.
No,
Because I knew I was going to move here. So
stop there
Yes.
for 1 second. Tell me, how did that start? Because one of the great things about you're a collector, you're a musician, there's so many things about what you do that I like. And You always have such interesting things. Did you buy the space to practice stuff first, or because you were collecting stuff first, or all of it?
Initially, it was to have a practice space. So
Nice.
my drummer at the time played in another band, and they had a little room down the hallway that he rented. And he was like, "Man, this huge space just opened up. You should look into it." And sure enough, I was able to snag it with the help of my friend Ace Winterud, who was a photographer.
I remember
at the time.
Ace.
Remember Ace?
Yeah.
And he took fantastic
Yes.
live
Yes.
band shots.
And he's in
stuff.
Helena now, I
I think he's in
think.
Missoula. Last I
Okay.
checked. Yeah.
Okay.
But so him and I met at the back alley pub and like, hey, do you want to partner up and split rent on this space? And yeah, he had a kiln. There was a kiln down there for a while and a pottery wheel.
Nice.
And
So there's
So,
been
yeah.
photography down there. There's been music down there. There's been a kiln down there. There's been T-shirt making,
yeah,
which let
we
me
got
go.
the Spacement company started with Seth and Kyle
Let me go to.
just to kind of
There's the
because we're
website.
not busy enough, so let's add more.
Yeah, let's,
more crap to do.
and we did. Kyle talked about this pretty well.
Yeah,
the,
so he
the
covered all that stuff.
collaboration between you, Kyle Doherty, and Seth Lutter. And Seth, this is Seth right here in the pig shirt. His pig, actually. There's Lissa from the Keller guys. And these are all of the shirts that you guys are making. There's some of Kyle's art that we've talked about on here. And yeah, if you're interested, go to the Spacement website. You can get these things for yourself. But keep telling me about it. So how did it build from there?
So over the years, there's been people that have helped pay rent, and whether they have a little studio or a place to keep their collections, or just a place to kind of hang out to get away from things,
Right.
a place to go be creative, or for their band. We've had numerous bands use it as their practice space, and so it's kind of evolved over the years. And the silkscreen
Yeah.
operation used to be in a different corner, and it grew. We got a bigger press, so now it's in a different part of the Spacement. And then I got into selling things on eBay just because I like to collect. You can only collect so many things before you're a hoarder, and you can't walk through the space. So I just started. I was like, oh, I like this stuff. I'm gonna buy it. I'll take a picture of it. It's cool.
How far
So-
into the Spacement did you start the eBay store?
It's more recently because I was selling out of my house. So my ex-wife and I had a pretty good sized house, and so I was able to have a room in the house where I had my eBay operation.
Nice.
But then we sold the house. I moved into a tiny apartment, so now that's all moved down to the Spacement,
Probably handier.
and it's handier. Yeah, and I don't have to look at the mess when I'm trying to go to sleep or
Yeah.
wandering through my house. It's there waiting for me, and it's kind of it's a hobby that I can make some money doing, and
Yeah.
you come across cool stuff.
You definitely do. I've bought stuff from you.
Yeah,
It's exciting.
yeah.
When okay, so tell me, the T-shirt making, was that because you've done some of your own artwork too, but did you start that because you thought the band needed T-shirts, or because you really wanted to be a T-shirt guy?
No, it was because the band I was in, Hell City Kitty, needed shirts, and we were living in Conrad at the time and had a house with a basement, kind of a little basement shop. Drummer Brady, I think it was at the time, had just a wood silk screen, and we got the little sheets of emulsion you can attach to it. And
Yeah.
we made our first screen, so there was no press.
I've seen the press. Yeah.
This was just a wood frame, and you would have someone hold it down while you squeegeed the ink onto it, and
That's
did
awesome.
a bunch of those. Had other bands like, "Oh, you silkscreen, could you make some shirts?" And then that turned into
Okay.
upgrading equipment.
Like
This
this
is our most
operation.
recent piece of
This was today.
equipment. Yeah, Seth was printing our newest Spacement design,
That's awesome.
the buck,
I need one of those.
and that's coming out of the hot and ready. So it cures the ink. The ink has to cure at like 270 degrees for so many seconds. So that makes sure the plastisol ink is cured and won't wash off your shirt when you throw it in the washer.
That's pretty great.
So that was our most
That was today.
recent expenditure for the silk screening too. Was
Yeah.
getting that hot and ready, and that vastly improved the quality of what we can produce with that even cure.
No, it's great. Is this right now your favorite iteration of the Spaceman? Because you've also done the other part is like we've done live shows. We interviewed Clem Snide on the show, and he's been down there 3 times, twice, and then once at the Keller House, but it's sponsored by the Spaceman. Yeah.
I would say no, it's not, because it is so cluttered down there right now, and that's
You just cleared everything.
yeah, that's
It moved.
if you were to see from
Turn the
my side
camera.
of it, turn the camera around.
Yes.
It's like, okay, this is what I've got. A half a dozen huge drum cases that don't fit a single drum down in the space.
Okay.
A bunch of obsolete stuff that I'll never sell on eBay that takes up a lot of space. It's really heavy. I'm just gonna go.
I should just come down while you're raging and just video you for next week's show.
Yeah.
Call it
I think it'd be fun to do a rage room.
To destroy,
for a day.
just
destroy
it all.
Crap and throw it away.
Do you feel you're feeling? But you're moving it now.
Yeah.
So it's on the way to maybe being the best.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great. And it's, this is kind of phase 1, and we're focusing on the performance area because that's initially what it was intended for.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's kind of slipped to the wayside as other projects have taken over and taken precedent. And our band we practice every week down there.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be important to have a good solid practice space that isn't constantly being filled with more crap.
You also recorded your first EP down there, and you're working on the second.
Yeah.
With that band. It sounds really. You did all the producing on that, I think, right?
Yeah.
And it's
the first time I've done anything like that, as far as
super cool.
Using GarageBand.
Do you see that being part of what you're doing for the Spaceman? Like if bands came through and did live shows and recording, because you've done a little of that.
Yeah.
Does that excite you, or does that just seem really daunting right now?
I think it's kind of both. It seems daunting, but I would definitely be interested in doing it. I just have so much more I need to learn to do it, but the best way to learn is just do it.
Do it. Yeah.
And mess up and make mistakes, and then
that seems to be the philosophy of my. So the title of the show is Making Meaning, and when did you realize that life in the arts, or was it the guitar? Was it your first song that you wrote that you were like, oh, this is a way of expressing myself? When did that occur to you?
I think it was probably with guitar and learning about hearing these bands I'd never heard before. Yeah. And, growing up being in high school in the early 90s was a really cool time to be exposed to a real sea change in what was happening with music.
So this is something I tell the kids about at school, is because you had to be an archaeologist then. There's no internet.
Right.
So if I really wanted to love U2, then I would read the Rolling Stone article. And then that's how I learned about the Clash, strangely enough.
Yeah.
And then I'd be buying a Clash tape out of nowhere, or buying tapes just based on. But to me, it was when MTV came on in 120 minutes. Like, to me, there was no other kind of music other than what they were playing on the radio.
Yeah.
There was no way of knowing that there was another thing out there.
Right. Yeah.
So the first time I heard something that was not being played, and then they had 2 hours of it, and it was all these bands that I'd never heard.
Yeah. And they were interesting.
Do you remember that moment?
I used to record 120 minutes because it would come on late.
Yep.
So I had my VCR set up. My parents, bless their hearts, we had a satellite dish because I lived out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And I would just set my VCR timer, and it would start when 120 minutes started, and it would just record all night long. And I still have those videotapes, so it was kind of fun to go back and watch them and see some of the commercials that were airing at the time.
I think that's
instead of the live performance.
I think that's a night right there.
Yeah.
What were the first ones that really got you? The first bands, do you think?
Faith No More, like that epic
song
was really cool.
Such a fusion of different.
Yeah, and I was into like hair metal before all that, so I was a big fan of Poison and Guns N' Roses, and
of course you were, because that was your option.
Yeah, that's what we had. So, and I remember a friend had, and this is how you got a hold of music. She was like, "Oh, my friend gave me this tape. You've got to check it out. It's awesome." And it was Nirvana Nevermind, like just a hand recorded tape. And yeah, I listened to that. I was like, wow. And then right then, I think I got home that day, and they were starting to show videos on MTV. And then, of course, it was every half hour they were playing that video.
It was I think it was our version of Elvis.
Yeah.
I think like it really something changed.
Yeah.
There was a before and an after.
And it was definitely they were one of those bands that kind of broke what so many bands before them were building towards. Like,
Oh, they ruined the hair bands. It ruined the hair.
Yeah. And there was decades of underground punk rock and alternative that were kind of laying the groundwork for Nirvana to just go off the charts.
Yeah.
So getting into Nirvana, then that opened me up. Like, oh, well, they like this band. I got to go check that band out. And, you know, so there was just
The archaeology.
Yeah.
Right.
There's been a rabbit hole I haven't gotten out of since. So
I love it.
Yeah.
Who are you listening to now that surprises you?
Oh, that surprises me?
Yeah. You turned me on some good ones from the 90s that I'd never heard, which is wild. Because we were in the same, pretty close to the same era. I'm older than you, but yeah, what was the band with, gosh, they just always the same three chords.
The Ramones?
No. I think I knew them. I think I was familiar with the Ramones. I'm going to have to look it up, and I feel dumb about it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It was one that you introduced me to, and I started listening to their whole catalog, and now I can't even remember the name of the band because...
Oh, Luna.
Yeah, Luna.
Luna, yeah.
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 Super great.
And see that, again, going to Conrad, you'd think small kind of country town. There's some cool people in that town. I had a friend, Dan, who later went on to play in bands in Missoula and the Obio Joes. I just saw him play at the memorial I went to on Saturday for Richie Rowe, this musician in Missoula passed away. A huge memorial show at the Wilma. Anyways, Dan was there. I met him. He was a transplant, so he moved into Conrad. I think he was a senior. I was in 8th grade, and I had a friend that knew him. He had like a remote control car track in his basement, all this cool stuff. But we went over there, and he was listening to, I think that's where I heard about Faith No More and the Dead Milkmen. It was like, this music just kind of, in the Violent Femmes. So this music just kind of blew my mind at being in 8th grade. And so I learned about those bands from him. I had another older classmate, Christopher Nicholson, that we used to DJ dances. And he would play, you know, like Comfortably Numb and Pink Floyd and then some cool music. But then I remember one particular dance, he's like, all right, had this big hype for this song. You know, he hyped it all up, and it was Alive by Pearl Jam.
Oh.
Well, he's family friends with Jeff, the bass player.
Yeah.
So he, like, this was the second it was released, he was playing it at the Shaken Jamaican outdoor dance.
It's called the Shaken Jamaican.
Yeah. And, you know, Conrad.
No Jamaicans there. I'm thinking that we didn't migrate that far.
I'm kind of forgetting what you're. Luna. Christopher Nicholson also. He's like, oh, I think you really like this band, Luna. And I played it, and like I've been in love with that band ever since.
That's awesome.
So yeah.
So for you, and then there's another big topic that we have to cover here. But before I get into the next topic, I want to know, like, we're older guys, so we're doing it because we love it. There's not a big making it, other than feeling like we've made it because we get to do it.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I feel.
I feel like I maybe should set more goals because I accomplished the goal of starting a band and in Missoula and playing a show.
Yeah.
Everything since then has just been icing on the cake.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, and Midnight Fist Fight is getting a lot of good gigs. There's a lot. It's a really good band. It's a very tight band.
Yeah. Jesse's there. Yeah. All the Jesse, Germ, Parker, all fantastic musicians. Jesse's got a great set of pipes on him.
Yeah.
And it's so much fun to write with them.
You know, the side album that I'm working on for you, I've started the Full of Grace part of the Hail Mary.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know that you won't do it yourself, so I'm gonna get you started on a song. You can be like, what? It's kind of a dick move on my part, but it'd still be yeah. I think you got, because I've been saying, you got the solo album and you got your Whiskey Town because your sweet lady friend plays bass and sings as well. So like there's something else going on there when the boys don't want to hang out and rock hard. I had a kid today. He thought his connection to music would be, hey, you know Jesse?
Oh.
Like I know a lot of Jesse's. The one with Midnight Fist Fight. Like, yeah, you go see them all the time. I'm like, yeah, I do. Yeah, I'm friends with this kid.
Cool.
What are we talking about? I feel like the Chris Farley. You remember that time when you?
Yeah.
And it does make me happy that they want to connect with me on the ways that I want to connect. So, and it was just so I wanted to remember that because the street's talking about you, buddy.
Yeah.
The streets are talking. They're whispering the name. Midnight Fist Fight.
Only in dark alley whispers.
That's the way we want it. So when is number 2 come out?
Oh, we still have some backing vocals to track and some, little nuts and bolts here and there, and then the mixing. And I'm gonna try to. I've got some different tricks and things I've learned. I want to try in this mix
Good.
to make it sound a little more live.
Okay.
Because we're recording in 2 channels, which means
You're bouncing back and forth, aren't you?
We've figured out that using Parker's electronic drum kit, we can get a full drum kit sound, nice and crisp, into 2 channels, and makes it a little easier to work with. And then so then the guitar, and then the bass, and by the time you stack them all, you hope it sounds like, oh, this sounds like a live performance, but it can sound kind of lifeless if you get too deep into it. So I think we've done a pretty good job of capturing the live sound, but still, there's a rhythm guitar and lead guitar in these recordings. We don't have a rhythm guitarist, so
you're doing them
both.
both.
Live shows are live shows, but yeah, it's fun. That's the fun thing about the studio is like, oh, okay, now
you can do the thing.
Like, what else could I do here?
Yeah,
that I can't do live.
Haven't gotten the call for the backup vocals yet. I mean, just saying.
Like I said, we're still tracking vocals.
I'll just go look at Jesse.
Right, yeah.
Take those glasses off, Jesse. I think that was the one thing I said to him. He's like, why the glasses all the time? Look at you. You're beautiful. You're a beautiful man. Why?
Yeah.
Why with the glasses?
I think it's a stage fright.
He said it was.
He's pretty.
He said it was. I'm wondering if we could just get him some googly eyes, if it wouldn't do the same thing. So one last thing, because it's fun to us. You know exactly what I'm going to bring up, don't you?
I really don't.
So one of the things that Kale and I were competing on was there was this mysterious book out there in the world. It's called Mystery Stalks the Prairie.
Yeah.
And I had a friend. I'd been looking for it, and I think you had told me about it first. Was that how it started?
Yeah, we talked about it.
We talked about it, and you said there's this book. It lives out there, and you found it at the AUW bookstore.
I think it was David Raba knew I was looking for it too, because he worked at Cassiopeia Books, and he's like, "Yo, they got it. The library just posted this on Facebook Marketplace for like
and
$10.
I was right after you, by the way.
Oh, man.
So, and then they re-released it. But Mystery Stalks Prairie is about all of the sightings, the UFO sightings in the 70s, all the cattle mutilation, aliens, and the Squatches in there too.
Yeah, cow mutilations.
Do you? I actually thought that was the best. Hold on, see if I can. Yeah, see, this is how much we're into the. Yeah, I thought that that was the best explanation of Sasquatch ever. Is that he's an alien? That's why you can't find him.
Yeah,
because they appeared in Helena.
Yeah,
when those things were going on. But yeah, we've had. I annoyingly send Kale any meme with Bigfoot in it, any video, and it's probably all AI.
Yeah,
but
there was an interesting. Shayna sent me a TikTok video today of someone driving between Valier and Browning, I think it was, which is kind of out in the middle of nowhere. And yeah, there was these 3 little lights that were doing very strange things.
I mean, you've seen some, right?
I haven't. I've been able to kind of explain everything I've seen.
So
unfortunately,
there was a neighborhood watch of those lights in our old house where Nadine and me and Bruce are out watching them, and then the neighbors are coming out, and we're all watching. It's all over, above the KOA campground, and it's just these lights that are moving around, and it's, hey, what's that? Nobody knows, but we're all just kind of, hey. Wild times in Great Falls.
Just down the street, it's kind of.
That was one of the greatest things about that book that I loved, because I always have this assumption that the federal government is not helping.
Right.
And in that book, Malmstrom was spotting for the sheriff's department and the cops, saying, "Hey, go that way. They're over there right now."
Yeah.
It's showing up on our. Yeah.
Yeah.
All of that stuff is really interesting. We should
And-
start that podcast, actually.
Yeah, it would be. Was it Ken Wolverton? Is that the sheriff's name?
I think so.
He's
Yeah.
one of the writers of the book.
The
I found a
main,
YouTube video of someone interviewing
Interviewing
those
him,
guys. It was
yeah.
kind of interesting.
yeah, that's the
'Cause
thing.
They're they're good old Montana boys.
They didn't
and-
want to be reporting about.
No, you could tell they were like, we got to figure out what's going on because there's all these cattle getting mutilated
With no tracks.
but can't find an answer.
Right.
And to this day, haven't found an answer as to what was doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, anything else you want to say before I let you go?
No, I don't think so. It's been a pleasure to be on your show.
I hope so.
Thanks for having me.
Always.
Yeah.
It's been fun having you. It's been fun getting to know you these last years and
Yeah.
seeing better than just, hey, it's the guy.
Right. Yeah. I appreciate all your support in my endeavors. And
Yeah. More to come.
yeah, we'll get you on this album.
Only if you
I've
listen.
got a spot. Yeah. Can you throat sing?
Let me do my didgeridoo.
There we go.
Yeah, sure.
That's what I'm looking for.
All right.
Cool.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for watching tonight. And thanks again to Kale. And have a good week. We'll see you next week.